Double D.
What's going on, guys? Video time, which is now. What's going on, YouTube? Forrest here. That is Hunter. We are hanging out in the fish room, actually doing some water change action over here. Camera works crazy because it's just how it is. How's everybody doing? Today is Thursday, but it might be Wednesday whenever you're watching this. So happy day, right? Because you guys can watch this whenever. Like I said, we're doing some water changes, filling up the 150 with the Gorillas, draining out some water out of the 225, getting a big 50% water change on their entire system. And we're going to have fun. Going to try and make today's vlog not super long. Got some cool stuff to show you in terms of that tank. What's been going on. Maybe a little something, maybe a little this, maybe a little that. Other than that, really don't have a whole lot to talk about. So let's get today's vlog going. Make sure you do the stuff, the things are about to happen about this stuff. Tuesday. First things first, before we get to anything, you guys, we know what you guys want to see, and his name is Hulk. Let's check him out. This dude right here is in crazy mode. He's always in crazy mode. His little buddy over here is doing good. I like to call him his little buddy over here. Do good. But Hulkalicious is doing delicious. He's doing amazing. Let's get him some food for you guys. How about some of this stuff over here? Hold on a second. Got it. Anybody out there who is new to my channel, new to my videos, this is an Amphilophus hogaboomerum. They're native to Honduras. This guy's F1, meaning he comes from wild-caught parents. And I've had him since August or September-ish, maybe October of 2011. So I've had him for quite some time. I got him when he was literally about that size. And we'll just put it this way. He's probably 13, maybe pushing 14 inches long. Probably 6 inches tall, maybe 7 inches tall. And might weigh as much as 3 pounds. An absolutely monstrous beast of a fish. My favorite fish that I personally have ever kept. He is in a 135-gallon aquarium. I consider that a very good tank size, 6 foot by 18 by 24 inches tall. For any fish that's going to get to that 12 to 14 inch range, very good tank size, especially for a wet pet. Would work great for a pair as well, but this is the size tank that he'll be able to live his days out in and be a very happy fish or an angry fish. Like I said before, I can never really tell if he's pissed off or if he likes me. But yeah, that's Hulk. Next part of the video is coming right in a second. Alright, so we have completed filling of the 150. Probably should have done a gravel vac today, but we decided to skip it. You know, water changes are very important. Gravel vacs are very important. But I would rather do a water change, take water out, put new water in, and not do a gravel vac than just be like, you know what, I'm not going to do anything, gravel vac anything. Get the clean water in your aquarium. That's the most important thing. Gravel vacs are fantastic, and they do a great job getting rid of that waste. But the actual water that's got all that bad nitrates in it and stuff, that's the stuff that's really important in terms of removing. Get your gravel vacs done though, but you know, it's very important to just keep your water changes consistent. Like I said, we're going to do about a whole big old 50% water change on this tank. Whole system. Something going on over there. What happened? I don't know. So, what's been going on in the 225 with Azul and Blondie? They're a pair of fish. So what do pairs of fish do? They spawn. That rock right there, if you guys can see it. Of course you guys, it's right there, this rock. If you guys can't see it, there's a problem. Not sure if you guys can see the eggs or not, but that thing is absolutely covered. That entire front face of that rock is 100% covered in eggs, probably in the neighborhood of 500 or so. And so very excited about that. One thing I am gonna have to watch is these guys have been really regular with their spawning, like clockwork, like basically almost on the same day, once a month. And just about every time when I'm about to do a water change, I was gonna do one yesterday and then found out that they were spawning, and so we're doing a water change today, and that same exact scenario happened last time. For those who followed last time and saw the Q&A video where I was getting all stressed out because they decided to get in a pretty decent fight where Azul almost, you know, he basically had his entire mouth over Blondie's mouth and was... I don't want to have to put a divider in here, but holy... These two... I did a water change on this tank, and these two have, like, flipped a freaking switch. He has her entire face basically doing whatever the heck he wanted to with her, and it was kind of a stressful situation for myself. Everything worked out. Put the divider in, let them be separated for a while, and then took the divider out, and everything is good. But like I said, we are in the same exact scenario. They spawned, it's been a day, we're doing a water change, so I'm hoping, got my fingers crossed, that what happened last time doesn't repeat itself with similar conditions, because I think something about the water change triggered something, and they decided to have whatever kind of spat happened. So I'm hoping that today's water change, I'm going to actually cut the siphon off right here so that we don't take any more water out than, I don't know, this is about 30% or so. But yeah, that's all I'm going to take out today, so I'm hoping that, you know, tonight after the water change, or maybe tomorrow, I don't see any crazy behavior between the pair, because that's the last thing I want to see. I love keeping pairs of fish, but it can be so difficult just due to inter-pair aggression and you know, the stress of, you know, I really can't lose the female, or I really can't lose the male. That kind of stuff sucks. So we're gonna keep an eye on it. All right. I can't tell you how excited I was the first time, and I remember it pretty vividly, the first time I ever had a fish glass bang. Because you watch YouTube videos, you know, and back 3 or 4 years ago, that's all that was out there was, you know, fish just coming at the glass and, you know, goofy little dorky videos, stuff that I did a year and a half ago, and, you know, fish room updates and little stuff like that. Nothing like the community that's developed now. But I remember vividly, like, the first pair of dovi that I had spawned the first time. And the first time I put my finger up to the glass and the male came up and bit at me, I was probably only been in the hobby maybe 6 months or so. And I just remember that feeling. I was so excited, so happy. And now I come in here every single day. You know, if I would have taken myself 3 years ago and been like, hey, every time you come into your fish room, because back then I had a couple tanks, come into your fish room, you're going to have a fish that you've raised for almost 3 years now that absolutely just wants to demolish you through the tank on a daily basis. My 18-year-old self would have been like, holy crap, that's awesome. And this kid does not want to be in the fish room anymore. Yeah, bye-bye. Told me a few years ago, be like, hey, you'd be doing YouTube videos and you'd have fish that would glass bang at you all day long. I would have just been in absolute heaven. And you know, now it's just commonplace, me playing with my fish. You know, back then it was a hobby, and now it's really, if you guys can't tell, this is really a part of my life. They're a part of my family. You know, I have had that fish longer than I have had my son, which is pretty crazy to think about. Those guys as well. I've had those fish longer than my son has been here, and pretty crazy to think about that they've been, you know, a part of my family longer than I've had my own kid. But this is honestly awesome and fun. We're filling up the 225 right now, getting in some water. If you guys didn't know, I use Seachem Safe. Those of you who don't know what Seachem Safe is, it's basically the powdered version of Prime. Prime is probably the most commonly used water conditioner, probably the best out there. price-wise, everything. Seachem Safe is basically the same thing, minus the slime coat. This doesn't provide the slime coat that the Prime does. There's something about it that just, it's probably one step away from what they would make into Prime, but lasts a long time. This bottle right here, 8-ounce bottle, costs about 15 bucks. For the average Aquarius for myself, lasts me about a year. And I change 500 gallons of water a week, so do the math. Lasts quite a while. I don't want to do the math. You guys can do the math. But yeah, hoping that doing this water change and getting them some fresh water doesn't trigger some sort of a reaction like we got last time, because that would suck. But the crazy thing is like I said, they are like clockwork. Like I was about to do water change last night, and boom, spawning time. It seemed right around water change time. Every other water change, which would be, or not every other, every few water changes, might be every 3 weeks. I'm not sure exactly how often they're doing it now, but they're spawning extremely regularly, like clockwork. Pretty cool. And Hulkalicious. And I also got a question, speaking of water conditioners, I got a question in terms of how do I treat my water when I put it in the tank. I could throw that in the Q&A, but might as well just do it right now. So, how I used to do it when I used to use Prime is I would treat the water that I put back in. So, say on the 225 I do a 50% water change equals 375 gallons. Nope. Yeah, that's right, 375 gallons. So I do a 50% water change. What I would do is 50% of that 225, 375, of course. Wait a second. I was thinking something else. 225 divided by 2 is 4. Nope. About 100 gallons. So I would only treat to 100 gallons. Now with Seachem Safe, because it's so concentrated and because the measurements are pretty minute, I basically treat to the entire water volume. So on this 225, when I add it in there, I'll add enough for 200 gallons of water. This one I add enough for 150 gallons of water instead of the 75 that I would change. One thing you should take from this little talk about this is that I've done it both ways with basically the same water conditioner, and I've never had an issue. So don't ever stress about, well, how much, as long as you're treating your water and you're not filling your tank and then treating your water and shocking your fish with all these different chemicals, as long as the water gets treated, I like to start my fill, treat the water. I don't mix it in the bucket. I don't try and add it to the stream all scientifically. Start the water, add your conditioner, your fish are going to be just fine. You can treat to the water you add, you can treat to the water in total volume. Do whatever you want. There's so many ways you can do it. There's so many different conditioners out there. The one constant is if you use it consistently and accurately, either way, your fish are going to be fine because you're going to be treating your water. That's the important thing, is to treat your water. Untreated water can actually affect your fish depending on the concentrations. Some people don't have to. My concentration is actually pretty darn low. When I ran my drip system, I didn't treat my water. Now I do because it's a lot more at a time, so it can actually shock your fish. But so many different ways that work, so don't stress about it. As long as you're treating it, that's the important thing. Right? The thing that the pocket hose has on every other hose out there, it's a pretty stupid thing, but I want to show you. So the pocket hose, you can actually close your door. The one thing I really don't like about when I do water changes with my old hose was that I have to leave my door open and, you know, everybody comes in and out and all that kind of stuff. And with a hose and an 18-month-old, who knows what could happen, so I like to actually close the door and either keep him in here with me or keep him out. And I don't recommend doing it because you're actually putting a little pressure on the hose, but I do it. Don't do what I do. Do what other people do, right? You're just here because you got an extra 10 minutes to spare, right? So, got our water changes done for today. We're going to end this vlog after this. Appreciate everybody for watching. Thanks for doing what you guys do, hitting that like button, commenting. If you got something to say, hit me up on my Gmail account, cichlidman@gmail.com if you got any questions for a future Q&A. Should have another Q&A coming up here soon. But I appreciate you guys so very much. Azul and Blondie seem to be doing fantastic. They're back to normal, which is awesome. Hit that thumbs up because they seem to be doing good. She's back there doing her job. This is probably their largest spawn, which is awesome. Awesome Possum, Lemon Blossom, but you can see there's a little bit of tension, but haven't seen any issues. Definitely something that I'm still going to pay attention to. I'm still going to watch it. In the morning, I'm going to come in here real quick, make sure nothing's gone bad. before I head off to work. I gotta be up early, but I still want to check them. But yeah, let's check out the gorillas real quick. Show you guys some gorillas because you guys didn't see them earlier because we were doing some water changes. They're doing amazing. This one right here is in full-on beast mode. That's either that one or that one are the biggest ones. Probably pushing 5 inches, 4.5 inches or so. And that guy's definitely the most brilliantly colored. But they're growing up pretty fast. Pretty excited for what the future holds for them in my fish room as well as your fish room, possibly, because once we get to a certain point, I'm going to start shipping them out and send them out to you guys. Same thing goes for our Rio Mags down here. We'll check them out real quick. This tank's all cloudy because these guys eat all day long. There's one of our beasts right there. That's probably the biggest one right there. He's probably pushing 2.5 inches. But yeah, once I get some supplies, I'm going to have those available and I'm going to send them out to all you guys out there who are interested. So stay tuned for that. Hulk Delicious wants to say goodnight. He, as much as I do, appreciate everybody out there for continuing to participate in the channel. Keep watching the videos. I love doing them. I love hanging out with you guys. All 3,000 of you guys. That's still amazing. You know, it blows my mind that 3,000 of you would even be interested in the slightest, and you know, it really is awesome. And I love all you guys for it. Let's get Mr. Spike on camera before we head out of here because he's just looking insane. This fish is incredible. I love him. I love all my fish. By the way, I keep getting questions as my brain randomness continues. I keep getting questions on why I don't clean the back panel of my tank. A couple reasons why. I actually like the look of the algae on the tank. I know a lot of people don't. It might be unsightly to some people. But I actually prefer the look of the algae on the back there. And two, why? You know, we put our fish in a tank. The algae grows in the tank. It doesn't hurt the fish. It's not bad for the fish. Who were we to say we don't want it in the tank? So, you know, I just let it grow. Of course, I take the stuff off the front because I want to see my fish. But in terms of the back of the tank, one, that's extra work. And two, it doesn't hurt the fish. And I prefer the like of it. I prefer the like of the look. I like the look, preferably. We will see you guys next time. Catch you on the flippity flip flop. Check out Azul and Blondie last time. Check them out. Come here, buddy. Whoa. That is the fish. Peace out.